Well, this is me, Elisa. And that was also me many years ago, when life gets really hard and you try your best to cope with pain, but not always in the best ways. Mine was bulimia. But then I fell in love with running, and that changed everything. I ran my first marathon when I was 19 years old. Crazy idea, I'll tell you more later. And I ran a couple more years after, but then I decided to quit with marathons. Until today, or at least that was the initial goal, but you can't always plan life. You just gotta try your best and adapt to it.
And we're here in the wonderful Pariserplatz, and today I'm running Berlin Marathon because I've always wanted to do it, but life happens. I was supposed to be in the USA right now, but here I am, so I decided I will create my own Berlin Marathon following the official race path, and I want to bring you with me in this very wild self-improvised experience. You ready? I have my bib number. This is a magical time to start with my cameraman, Matteo. Thanks for coming. We have to go to the official start, which is a little bit further than Brandenburg Tor, kind of in the middle between the gate and the victory column. So let's go there. So we are about to start. We are in Bundesstraße. We are gonna start at the Soviet Memorial, kilometer 0 of the marathon. So we are off to the start, victory column in front, and we start our run. Tiergarten. It's one of my favorite places to go for a long run. So if you're gonna run Berlin's marathon, this is really a great start because it's so peaceful with the greenery, all straight ahead and flat, no elevation. You can just find your own pace, your own rhythm, enjoy the cheerful atmosphere, and just go very easy peasy. 42 kilometers is a lot, so don't rush it, fellow runners. Look how epic the victory column. Eccolo.
Ennesimo semaforo rosso.
So kilometer 5:13, going well. Berlin is amazing because it changes every meter. That's why I love it. And here is where you also find your first hydration point. I also need to hydrate a lot, by the way. So I thought about telling you of my first marathon. It was really crazy. That's the reason why I've waited for so long to run a marathon again. So I had this fixation. I had to run a marathon for the first time. So I decided I was just sneak and, be among the crowd without the bib. Ultimately did it. It was fantastic. I still remember my mom waiting for me at the finish line with the safety blanket. But it was a fantastic experience, which really empowered me. Maybe you wanna let me know in the comments how your first marathon was. How did you feel? And if you're running another one soon. Let's switch topic because we are in front of a very special landmark of Berlin, Alexanderplatz. Kilometer 7:30, and we are in front of Berlin's main train station. So we are trying to understand what's next.
Oh, okay.
Do you know where
Maybe
we're going? So we are crossing the Spree River right now, and we're heading towards the German parliament. I love this city for many reasons, but one of them is that it changes every meter. And I think you can kind of already notice through this video. So it's already dawn right now. It's getting dark, but that's also why it's getting more exciting to see the city becoming another version. All right, so we had some little readjustments to do. I think he got it. So 10K and a half, we figured out where to go. Matteo has no light on his bike, he forgot it, which is, yeah, not nice, but we should somehow make it. Wow. Kilometer almost 12. We are right behind Alexanderplatz. It's super dark, but it's nice because it's very broad. We are of course in the east side of the city, and you can really see it in the architecture, how it changes meter by meter. It's just confusing sometimes, but that's its beauty. So if you love surprises, this is probably your city. So I dressed up a little bit. It's kilometer 14. We just grabbed some water and we just passed Berlin's famous club Kit Kat. If you are into nightlife, you should really try it when you're here, but be prepared because it's something a bit different probably than what you're used to. So it's getting really dark, fellow runners, and I think it doesn't make sense to go further than 18 kilometers because you're not gonna experience it very well. Be careful! Okay, fellow runners, kilometer 16, and we stop it here because it's getting super dark, we're hungry, and it's also better to show you the brighter side. So I'll see you for the next take. Take 2, fellow runners, and we keep going with the marathon course. Today it's sunny, but it's pretty cold, as you can guess from my outfit, but that won't stop us, so let's go! So we have a little problem. Yeah, my water flask is broken. That's why it's wet everywhere. So we're gonna just remove it. And I'm gonna have a little bit less of water, but we did 300 meters. So fellow runners, we are now almost at kilometer 18, almost the half of the marathon. We are exiting Kreuzberg and about to enter Neukölln, another very vibrant area of Berlin. Hermannplatz. It's really nice. It's full of greenery. This is Gneise Gneisenaustraße. Alright, Gneise something. Let's go. Oh, so logistical problem. We have a little riot. Alrighty, so for pretty obvious reasons we have to find another way. But we're just gonna be creative. Now. Alright, we made it and we are now in Yorkstraße. This is very characteristic spot of Berlin. Many railways all over. You just put some techno music, woo, and are in the Berliner mood. Take 2 is going well for the runners. We are officially at kilometer 21, so the half of the marathon, and now we just gotta run another half marathon. But I'm pretty charged for that, I must say. Something I really like about this city is that it has very broad alleys. So this is the city of the spaces. It's not about, landmarks and sightseeing. I mean, of course, the city has plenty of that, but Berlin is more about finding your meaning in many broad spaces. And if you're looking for your own meaning, you will find it here. So we are now at Rathaus Schöneberg, Wilmersdorf. Very nice and quiet. Let's go. 16 kilometers to go and we'll close the marathon, probably in the dark, but this time we are much more organized than last one. We are supposed to be at the marathon wall, when you start to feel the pain, the lactic acid in your legs, the fatigue, especially mentally. And I'm thinking to myself that the marathon isn't about the kilometers, the physical experience, but rather the marathon is in your mind. It's more about how you approach it mentally rather than physically. And with that, I don't want to say that physical preparation isn't important. No, not at all. But the moment you overcome that, remind yourself that you are the marathon, you are in control of your experience. We are at kilometer 34 and we hit the chic Charlottenburg. This is Berlin's most famous and luxurious street of the shopping. Kilometer, I don't know. Kilometer 37. We're making a little stop because I want to wear my light vest. What do you think? I used to be one of those runners who has always been afraid of pausing. Like if I paused the run, it was almost over. Like you have to do it all over again. I found luckily a much healthier approach. It doesn't bother me anymore to stop during a run, especially if it's a long run or an easy run. It doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
5K to go. Kilometer 39-ish almost. So we just left Charlottenburg and we're back to Mitte, exactly where we started. Last 3 Ks, you can already see the Fuji mountain, aka Potsdamer Platz. So excited about it. This is really the final push. 1 kilometer, 85 meters to go. You can do it. Last kilometer for the runners, and we're going to Unter den Linden, the very final part of our Berlin Marathon, self-organized. Last 600 meters. And we're almost there for the runners. The moment of the glory, where the pain, where the sorrow dissolves to become joy and satisfaction. Amore, la porta è spenta. Non ci credo. Kilometer 42 behind the Buga Gate. The glorious moment. We did it! Woo! I need some stretching now, but it was a fantastic experience. So, fellow runners, mission accomplished. We did it. And it was so inspiring thinking that so many of you out there are gonna do the full marathon distance. It's just so mind-blowing to me. Incredible what a human body can do. Now, more on a personal note, this experience was interesting because I found out about areas of the city which I still haven't seen before. And also, it reminded me of how beautiful my city is. Now we're gonna eat the typical dish of Berlin. Guess what it is, and I'll see you there. So, fellow runners, the focus of this video should have been the marathon itself. The kilometers, the stops, the course, and so on. But it actually turned out to be more about Berlin and the beauty of its city in its diversity. And that's what reminded me why I love this city so much. And I think the marathon course expresses this diversity very well. Let me know how you like this video and
Comment. Yeah.
let me know with a comment if you enjoyed this video. Happy kebab, everyone. Happy marathon, and see you in the next one. Bye.